Hey, what up, y'all? I'm back. And you can tell by the thumbnail, we got something really interesting to talk about. Most of y'all don't even know what clickbaiting is. Well, we are about to dive into it, and I'm about to tell y'all exactly what clickbaiting means and how you can actually apply it to your everyday life. Clickbait typically refers to the practice of writing sensationalized or misleading headlines in order to attract clicks on a piece of content. Let me repeat that. Clickbait typically refers to the practice of writing sensationalized or misleading headlines in order to attract clicks on a piece of content. Now, what do I mean when I say you can apply this to your everyday life? Well, there's a lot of clickbaiting people out here. They are not exactly what they describe themselves to be, whether it is in a profile, and we're not just talking about online. I am speaking of people in general, in person, people that you may come across every day, the person that you're dating. Sometimes people put their best foot forward, sometimes. At other times, you'll get the asshole, like right up front. As soon as you meet the person, you know what kind of person you're dealing with, if they're an asshole or not. And it's your choice to continue dealing with them. If you want to pursue them in a relationship and you already know they're an asshole, well, that's your choice. Later on, when it so happens that you break up, because it's eventually going to happen, you cannot blame no one, not even that person. You can only blame yourself because they showed you their true nature when you first met. You just decided to overlook it. Whether you felt like you could save that person or you felt like that person was going to change due to the fact that they are now dealing with you and you are totally different from anyone else that they've dealt with in the past or dated. Yeah, that does not happen often. It rarely happens. But people can actually clickbait you by putting their best foot forward when you first meet them, and they appear to be a different person than the person you know right now. You may be dealing with someone right now who, when you first met them, they did everything right. They couldn't do no wrong. That's often called love bombing, when someone constantly pushes to be in your space, pushes to be around you. They shower you with gifts. They shower you with words of affirmation. They shower you with love, affection. Yes, they will do this in order to show you that this is the type of person you are getting, when in actuality, they are far from the person that you're actually getting. That's clickbaiting. When you wear so much makeup, you go out on a date, and men are visual creatures, as everyone knows. We're very visual. That is why the makeup industry makes so much money. Men love beautiful women, and that is why women wear makeup to make themselves up even more. So a woman who wears too much makeup goes out on a date with a man. Of course, he loves her aesthetic. He loves how she looks. He thinks she's beautiful. Not thinking to himself, what happens when this makeup comes off? What happens when this makeup come off? I know that I've been in a predicament before where the person who was under that makeup looks totally different from the person I sat down with for dinner that night. Let me repeat that. The person that was under that makeup looks totally different from the person I sat down with for dinner that night. Two totally different people. And it's crazy because at the time when I dated a certain female, I had a roommate, and I showed him the made up picture with makeup, and then I showed him a picture with no makeup. And the comment that he made had us laughing for the rest of the night. My man's was like, who is this? And I said, It's her. He said, there's no way. Who is this? No, really. Who is this? And he was serious. He was not joking. Two totally different people. That is clickbaiting. I mean, of course, when you first go out with someone, you're not going to go naturally. Some women do. Some women actually don't even wear makeup at all. You know, they have the nice skin routine. They keep their skin glowing. They keep their skin looking good. They don't need makeup at all. They will show up to a date without having any makeup on. And the man will still continue to court them. Now, you have those women that wear excessive makeup and they cake it up. So now the person that you get on those first 2-3 dates are not the person that you wake up next to the next morning. They're just not. They're two different people. That to me is one way of clickbaiting. And another way of clickbaiting is when you ask someone, what is it you look for in a relationship? What are you looking for in a man? What are you looking for in a woman? Of course, they tell you all these great, attributes that they believe or they feel will make them happy. But when you get in a relationship with them, doesn't that change? Don't they seem to want something totally different from what they said they wanted? For example, if a woman says, she's looking for a man who can provide, and if he can't provide, that's fine. She'll do 50-50. She'll pay half of the bills. He could pay the other half of the bills. Power couple. We can put our incomes together. That's great and all. But if that's what you say you want, then stick to it. Because they get in a relationship with this type of woman, and what does she do? She leaves. Sooner or later, she's going to leave because she never wanted to do 50-50. No, she was looking to be taken care of. But instead of saying that up front, clickbait. Another example, a man who says that he loves going out with his woman. He wants his woman out with him all the time so he can show her off. And he gets with a woman who loves partying. He gets with a woman who loves being in the limelight. She loves being out there. Now, when it comes to going out every night, he starts to tell her to fall back. Like, come on, you're going out a little bit too much now. Yes, of course your preferences change during a relationship. Of course they do. Your boundaries sometimes change. But if you're going to tell her that, then stick to it. Don't change up on her now all of a sudden because y'all are going out and you see the type of attention she's getting and you're just like, nah, you got to fall back now. You're out and you're partying too much with me. You're on the red carpet with me too much. No, stick with it. Isn't that what you told her you liked doing, you enjoyed doing, you wanted your woman out there with you all the time? Clickbait. Speak the truth. Tell the person what it is you're looking for. Tell that person what it is you want. That is why we often do not get the person that we signed up for. We do not get the person that we think that we're getting. A man can show you that he has so much money, especially while you're out. You might be partying. He's flashing some cash. He's got the jewelry on. But you don't know that he still stays in the hood or he still stays with his parents. He doesn't own a home yet. He doesn't even own a car. But he drove up in a nice car outside, though. That's not even his. Clickbait. It might be his homeboy's car. Clickbait. The man who tells you that he's ready to be a father and yes, he wants to be with you forever. You're going to get married. He's looking for a ring. You lay down with him. Next thing you know, he's gone. Clickbait. People are not who they appear to be. And that goes for me. That goes for everyone. People are not who they appear to be. I've been in a situation when I was younger where, of course, I told the woman what I needed to in order to get what I wanted out of the relationship. Is that the right thing to do? No, of course it's not. That's why I said when I was younger. Now that I'm older, I'm more responsible. And I know what I need to do when it comes to being truthful and upfront with a woman when I first meet her. Because if she's not who I'm looking to be with, then I will let her know that. It's not about clickbaiting and lying to get what you want. That may seem to be the best thing to do for you because, of course, everyone wants what they want when they want it. No one is willing to wait. Most people are not. No one is willing to succeed and say, okay, I lose this time, I'm not going to. No, you're going to tell that person what you believe they want to hear in order to get what you want. That's clickbaiting. We have to stop doing that. And you have to be careful when dealing with people, especially on these dating apps that everyone seems to be on. Be careful because you don't know exactly who you're getting. The woman who ended up going missing after meeting the guy online on a dating app, it was definitely clickbait. Matter of fact, one of the greatest clickbaiters was the Tinder swindler, who, if you're not familiar with, was a man who fooled, I believe, 5 women into giving him all their money, taking him on luxurious trips, on jets, starting businesses for him, buying him cars, just giving them their life savings. He was smooth from what they say. He was very smooth. To get 5 women to give up their life savings to you, he was the ultimate clickbaiter. You have to be careful of clickbaiters in real life. In a video, if you click on the video and it's not what the thumbnail said it was, it has happened to me before on numerous occasions, because you may see a thumbnail that you're interested in and you're just like, oh wow, yes, I need to watch this. You click on it and it is something totally different from what the thumbnail described. Now, apply that to a person. You get it? That person turns out to be someone completely different from what you thought that you were getting based on their presentation. You know the saying, you cannot judge a book by its cover. That is so true. That is why we have chapters within books. People have chapters within themselves. They have different chapters that they've been through. So you may meet someone who is on their 3rd chapter. The first one, they weren't about shit. The second one, they were just out here manipulating people. The third one, they've learned their lesson and they're starting to calm down. And then you go into the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. The higher you get, the better the person's mentor is supposed to be. Because you are learning. You learn from your mistakes by going back over those chapters. Yes. That is why I said when you're on your 3rd, your 4th, your 5th chapter, you might be getting better at life. You may do the right thing and tell someone exactly how it is you feel when you first meet him. And you do not try to persuade them into believing you are one person when you're in actuality you're another. And some people may call that being narcissistic, but not everyone's a narcissist. I know that a lot of us love to throw that word around a lot, but not everyone's a narcissist. People are just in different chapters of their lives sometimes. But on the surface, the book looks good. The title looks great. You are willing to dive in and learn everything about this book. But don't be fooled. because these people will have you fooled if you take them for face value and believe everything you see on the surface. You have to dive deeper. You have to find out more about this person before you start taking their word for it. And sometimes it takes longer than a month. Sometimes it takes longer than a year. But as long as you start diving into this person's life and learning what they are about, then yes, you will do better than taking it for face value and believing everything that you see, everything that this person presents to you. It's called clickbaiting. They present themselves one way when they are actually not that person. Some of y'all have experienced this, and I totally have experienced this in my past dating life, where now, I definitely screen that person, because once I see red flags, that's it. I'm gone. I will not allow myself to be clickbaited anymore, and don't allow yourself to be clickbaited by anyone who tries to present themselves to be what they are not. Don't take them for face value. Do your homework, screen them, and make sure that you are getting exactly what that person says they are or look like.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.